squad leader's back. Captain, why did it take you so long to return? You've returned 5 hours and 43 minutes later than you promised. I remember everything clearly. Why are you so late? Did you fight some powerful opponents on the way back? You have to...
You must be in some trouble, right? You're Miss Lin. It's been a while. And these two...
Allow me to introduce the Executor and Shirley, both from Asperia. Shiro, Eni, and Melania are members of the Mook Squad.
Look, it's a human who looks...
Speaking of which, how did everyone end up here?
Yes, Archon, Fiona. Well, we detected potential danger, so we were...
I see. We'll explain the situation in detail after we return to the outpost.
Oh,
Eni? What's wrong?
Reporting, squad leader. The Executor appears to be very powerful. I would like to have a spar with the Executor. No, actually, I would like to spar twice with them.
If there's a chance to...
All right, it's settled then. What? How is that possible? The space rift leading to Mirori, even the communication device is broken. Oh, I'm going to beat those...
The situation has gotten tricky. So that means reinforcements from Meroria won't be able to arrive in time if the situation...
Don't worry. With the help of Miss Lin, the Executor and Miss...
That's fine. I can get away and deal with other...
Those detectors...
Uh-huh. The information received from the device lately has been... Those bookworms aren't taking the ocean's message seriously. They keep saying that it's a normal phenomenon that shouldn't be overanalyzed.
Eni should focus on the situation at the outpost with Melania. Melania, what's the situation like at the outpost these last few days?
Huh? Gray space entities are attacking at a much lower frequency than ever before.
It's a lot low.
But according to the survey, the scope of their activity is showing a trend of expanding, and their crew has been swelling.
That's not a good sign. The gray space entities seem more intelligent and organized than we... I'll let Miss Fiona know about this situation. Anyway, enough small talk. We have a very urgent matter to deal with. Miss Lin, the Executor, Miss Shirley and I will go to Inars first to provide support. Shiro will investigate the abnormal detectors, while Eni and Melania, let's keep in touch if anything unusual happens. Eni, don't bite off more than you can chew, okay?
I understand.
Are these arrangements okay? Miss Lin, Executor, Miss...
No problem.
We need to make the necessary preparations before heading to Inars. This is an oxygen tank. With it, you can breathe freely underwater. You might feel a little uncomfortable since this is your first time using this. If you feel unwell...
Okay, let's go.
Are you getting used to moving underwater?
I'm trying my best. I've detected signals of gray space entity activity. Be careful.
Executor, Miss Shirley, underwater combat is quite different from the type of combat you're used to, so be careful.
They're here.
Are you doing all right? That battle was quite tiring.
It's a lot tougher fighting under the water. I feel okay.
The Executor adapts really quickly. I remember the first time any fought a battle underwater.
Is it very difficult?
She always likes to show off and wants to fight to the end, even though her mechanical body isn't built for underwater. After that, we asked the researchers at Inars to make some adjustments and upgrades to her, which resolved these issues. Maybe she's better than me at dealing with underwater enemies now.
Gray space entities around here seem to have become much more active than the last time I came here.
Yes, the population of gray space entities looks to be expanding, which is why the Mook Squad has been stationed here. But we alone are not enough to resist the growing threat. I informed Archon Alric about Vera's current situation. Asperia will send more executors to support them in the future. We must stop them before they create an even bigger crisis.
Let's get moving. We need to fix the communications with Meroria so that we can report on the changes at the bottom of the sea to Archon Larson.
We're about to enter even deeper waters. If you feel uncomfortable, please let me know right away.
I seem to be feeling normal.
That's good.
Speaking of, that means Inners was built in the deep heart of the Grand Sea. Incredible!
Warning. An unknown individual has entered Inners.
Requesting identification.
Identity verification successful. Welcome back to Inners, Miss Moon.
This is an artificial current generator. We can use it to get to Inners more quickly.
Who are these droids?
These patrol droids are responsible for collecting dynamic water sample data for the area. They also collect Marzoid ore from the caves.
Marzoid ore? I feel like I've seen that before.
Yes, Marzoid ore can be found widely throughout the Grand Sea. It is one of the primary energy sources for Inners. However, it does create some interference with communication signals, so we should leave here. Inners is just up ahead. Compared with the small settlement built during the early stages of construction, the modern Inners has already fully taken shape. and is continuing to develop. The surface environment on Vera isn't conducive to urban construction and development, and Meroria can only hold so many people. Inners has more development potential than Meroria, and resources are more abundant deep in the ocean. Perhaps Inners will be the better place to live in the future.
Building an underwater city. It's hard to imagine.
A lot of people thought the Second City project was a pipe dream at first. However, this impossible plan became a reality once a waterproof force field was developed and implemented.
A miracle!
Yes, a miracle that came from everyone's hard work.
Madam Lin? I'm Lieutenant Roy, and I'm here to welcome everyone. Madam Fiona is waiting for everyone's arrival in the council chamber.
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Never mind. Please go in. Don't keep Madam Fiona waiting.
This is Inners. The residential area is spread out along the edges. Even though it can't hold as many people as Meroria, at least it doesn't feel as colorless.
The management and development of an underwater city certainly can't be easy.
Inners can't match Meroria in scale, but the burden on the Archon is no less than that of Meroria. The position went to Archon Fiona once Archon Larson became Archon of Meroria. Don't worry, she's easy to get along with.
Madam Fiona, this is a patrol report compiled by Mr. Lucius. Please take a look at it. The inspection route of patrol droids has been adjusted this week. I've marked several key areas that need special attention.
How considerate. Thank you. Why is he still dealing with the routine tasks of the security force? He should have rested and recuperated at home as prescribed.
Resting at home could do nothing but make me more sick. The best treatment is to keep working, so said Mr. Lucius.
He's so stubborn. You and Roy could help support him, but don't overdo yourself.
Okay, I'll make proper arrangements. I'll take my leave then.
It's been a while, Lynn. Do you have good news for me?
I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. The loss of contact was caused by the Gray Space Entity attack on Outpost 10. It'll take some time to restore communications between the two places. Archon Larson is already working on it. He sent us here to take a look, as he was very concerned about the situation of Inners.
Things aren't going well. Gray space entities have launched attacks on many of our important facilities recently, and we are wading through the aftermath. The gray space entities in the tunnel have been temporarily suppressed. The communication system and long-range space rifts are under repair. As for the other things, I still haven't received the relevant reports.
Until the communication device and space rift are fixed, we'll be temporarily stationed in Inners to help deal with matters. This is the Executor and Shirley from Asperia. Hopefully we can share the burden on your shoulders as your reinforcement.
Miroria is a long way from Inners. Thank you, everyone.
I don't need to rest. Reminisce with me.
How have you been? It's always about work with you. You should come see me more in your free time, too.
Later. I'll stop by if I have time.
Then it's settled? Remember to bring Ruby with you. I want to give my birthday present to her myself, even though it will be a little late. There's a lot we have to do to ensure that the children have a carefree childhood.
Right.
Is there something you wanted to say?
Shirley, please put up a temporary barrier to block communications. Rubilia has awakened.
Rubilia?
It's hard to explain briefly, but she told us that a type of gray space entity called the Hive Mother is watching Inners closely. Perhaps the gray space entities that are active in Inners are related to the—
Is the Hive Mother the chief of the gray space entities?
We don't have more accurate information on this for the time being. Fiona, maybe you've also noticed it was no accident that Inners had lost contact with Meroria this time.
Avoiding the well-defended Meroria and Inners, the gray space entities intentionally attacked our weak spot to efficiently cut off the connection between the two cities and prevent them from supporting each other.
Perhaps this situation is what the Hive Mother wants. After all, Inners would become an isolated island after its requests for reinforcements from Meroria. Other than the Hive Mother, there's one more thing you need to be aware. When we investigated Outpost 10, we discovered a parasitic type of gray space entity. We're calling them disguisers for now. Disguisers have the ability to parasitize humans, making its host a puppet under control. And it's difficult for us to identify hosts with our current technology. They look the same as ordinary people.
That means everyone in Inners could be the eyes and ears of the gray space entities.
I'll keep my guard up against all personnel of Inners. Even you.
I understand. This intel confirms some of my previous suspicions. According to the feedback from the Mook Squad, there have been changes in the behavioral patterns of some gray space entities. Their operations have become more purposeful, and they seem to be deliberately misleading us.
Are those creatures misleading us to disguise their true motive?
I arranged for the Mook Squad to go to the tunnel as reinforcements this time because
Madam Fiona, Madam Lin, I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation. There's an emergency. Ms. Shiro sent a reply a few minutes ago, saying that her hydrological detection device captured abnormal information again. But the communication between Inners and Ms. Shiro was soon interrupted. We also noticed that the signals of gray space entities are getting stronger in her vicinity.
Leave this to me.
please go to Shiro and Wanling, urge Glenn to decipher this abnormal information. It may help us understand the patterns that dictate the activity of Grace, improve the security level of the nearby waters, and remind the residents not to approach dangerous areas. I'll leave this to you, Roy.
Understood.
Is it time? Is it time? Is it time?
Miss Lin, inners might be inhabited by those parasitic gray space entities as well. Would Archon Fiona be in danger if we all go to support Miss Shiro?
Don't worry. She's not as easy to get along with. Let's focus on reinforcing the Mook Squad first. Looks like the gray space entities hiding in inners haven't done too much yet. That could just be the calm before the storm, though.
Hopefully we won't be too late to help.
We're getting close now.
Be on your guard.
There's an abnormally strong spatial fluctuation ahead.
darkness here is just like what was discovered before. Looks like we're at the right...
You are...
Hi, everyone. We're messengers from Domain 9. I'm Lon, and he is Conroe.
Domain 9? What's that? Was there such a place on Ida?
Ms. Shiro. Maybe you...
Oh!
Vera is under the jurisdiction of Hycrosis District 7. The Domain 9 you mentioned.
We're from an area where time and space are sealed off. The outside world can't verify our existence due to the time-space barrier. We followed the abyss current opened by the darkness here and met your group, but it looks like this place is also
The darkness?
gray. Those guys are a lot of
Why are the gray space entities going to the closed-off domain? I'm Lynn.
Miss Lynn, we've come to convey important information.
Please, wait. Executor, Miss Shirley?
Miss Lynn, are you worried about the two visitors?
Our understanding of Domain 9 is limited to Ms. Land's brief introduction just now. This alone isn't enough to make, but it seems like they have a lot of information that we don't know, which might be related to the gray space. We'll return to Inners first. During this time, I hope you can also investigate the waters around Inners. The number of gray space entities we just witnessed far exceeds my expectations. Where do they come from?
Maybe gray space entities are constantly entering Inners from another spatial rift around.
That's entirely possible. Either way, we must not ignore these potential risks.
Leave this to Shirley and me.
Yeah. As for your important intelligence...
Let's go now so we don't waste any...
Although the abyss current has calmed down, the darkness may still be attracted.
Mr. Icarus, please help Mr. Conroe deal with the trouble here. Contact us at...
Understood.
Domain 9. Shirley, have you heard of that? I haven't. The heirs of Ida don't have any records of it either. It seems like gray space entities have wreaked havoc on their homeland, too. Like Vera, we have a common goal then. Yes, hopefully we can resolve this smoothly.